Okay, today we are going to solve problem number 13 in Project Euler. This is an interesting one. It's got this long string of numbers, so I'm actually not going to copy it in. But all we have to do is work out the sum, the first 10 digits of the sum of these huge numbers. So I'm going to copy this. Whoops. So the first thing I need to do is copy this large string of numbers. I'm going to open up a new VI. Get this out of here. And create a string constant and copy that in. So like the rest of these I already know, and I can tell when we have the string there's always a new line constant at the end of these. So I am going to first create a little algorithm that deals with that. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take the string and wire it into a while loop. I'm going to use this search and split string, and I'm going to search this string for the new line character. Once I find that, I'm going to strip that character off, and I'm going to take the rest of this string and feed it into a shift register. Now, the other thing that I want to do, so what this is going to do is it's going to search this string for every single new line character. It's going to give me that character out here, and then it's going to take the rest of the string, strip that new line character off, and then feed the remaining string into the shift register. So every time this while loop executes, I'm going to have one less of these numbers in this array. The other thing that I want to do is turn this number into, instead of a string, an array of numbers. Let me explain to you why I need to do this. Now you might be thinking, well, this is easy. Why not just take this big number and add them all up? Well, there's really one reason for that. Even if I use the largest number format available, which is a 64-bit integer, I'm going to copy this in here. You see there's this large number, and it tops out at 1.8. I think this is quadrillion. So I can only get about 19 digits in a 64-bit number, but I have 50 digits that I have to add. So what I have to do is I have to add each of these number columns one at a time and then sum them all up at the end. There is no number format that has enough bits that is large enough that can hold a 50-digit number. Now it's possible that I could create some custom format with some like binary version of this and then add up binary numbers and then convert those into numbers all at the end. But I don't think that's as practical and as straightforward of an approach as what I want to do. So in order to do this, I need each of these rows and columns in an array of single-digit numbers that I'm going to then add up and reformat into a string at the end. Because remember, what it's actually asking me to do is to find the first 10 digits of the summation of all of these numbers. So that's the most significant digits in whatever the sum of these numbers are. So in order to do that, what I need to do is peel off each of these numbers. So right now this string here, let's like run this. Actually, we're going to run this one time. I'm going to put a breakpoint in here and we'll see, make sure I did this right. I should have in this string, what's going on here? Oh, stop. And what else? Oh, this is all. If you don't know this, you can use this diagram disable structure around a piece of code to comment it out if you're not done with it, or if you, it's like the equivalent of commenting something out in LabVIEW. So what I should have in this string is this very first digit, or this very first number, which is 37107 something 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 and ends in 250. If I run this again, I should have the second one, which is 4637 and should end in 38. And again, we'll do one more time, just check, 7432 and 629. Okay, so we can stop this. So the next thing that I need to do is, now that I have one number from each of these lines at a time, I need to break this up into individual columns now. So I can have like the ones column, tens, hundreds, thousands, and on and on and on, all the way up through the full 50 digits. So in order to do that, I'm going to feed this string again into this split string VI. And I'm going to get a let's see, decimal string to number conversion. And then I'm going to index this array. And what I should have here at the end of this, whoops, oh, I need to do one more thing. I need to take the rest of this string and create a shift register. Let's see, is this going to work? I think so. So that I'm going to peel off one number at a time, put it into the array, and I want the remaining part of the string to come through and then peel off all numbers. And this should happen, let's see, I need to put something here. This should happen 50 times because I think it said, right, that this is a 50-digit number. Work out the first 10 digits of the sum of the following 100. Yeah, so there's 150-digit numbers. So I need to go through all 50 digits and, create, I want to end up creating this 2D array. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull this across, make these a little bit smaller. And what I should have are all the digits in their own cells of the first number, because I think I still have my breakpoint here. Yep, okay, so if I run this, I need to hit play. What's going on here? One. Oh, hooked up the wrong thing here. Now this, oops, I don't want this. I want the offset of the number. Okay. Oh, I guess I should save this. So Project Euler Problems, problem 13. I think this one is called extremely large sum. Large sum. So this is problem 13, large sum. Okay, got it saved. Now what I should have is this number. I need to run this one more time in digit form. Okay, so 371072875 on and on and on, and this should be 49 elements, 50 elements long, and it should end in 250. Okay, so I have here now, I'm gonna delete this breakpoint and run the rest of this. I should have this one end in 000. Let's see. Oh, the last one is empty. Oh, okay, it's still running. Yeah, the part that I forgot is I have to end this while loop. Let's see when this string is empty. I could have put this in a for loop and just done it 100 times. In fact, maybe, well, I guess it's fine. That'll be okay. As I say, you could do a for loop of 100 times, but I'm going to leave some room for doubt where maybe I have more than 100 digits. I don't know. So we should run this one more time, and this should end in the very last digit here, which are 31690. Okay, so now what I'm getting here, see, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to make this tunnel mode indexing, and I'm going to create an array here, and I'm going to look at this, and what I should have here now is a two-dimensional array of each of these numbers indexed. Make this a little bigger. Indexed by rows and columns. So let's run this, and I should get all of these numbers. Let's see here. Okay, so 37107, okay, and then ends in 250. This ends in 538629. Okay, so yeah, and let's see, this should be, oops, this should be should be 100 elements long. Why is it only 50? 49, let's see here. Oh, because I'm indexing in the wrong direction. Here we go. 99. Okay, yeah, so I have 100 elements. I have 100 rows, and this should be 49 and 50 columns. Okay, so now I have these numbers broken up into arrays and columns of actual numbers that I can do math on now, instead of this long, ugly array of strings, which I can't actually do math on. So the next part of this algorithm is I need to add up each column, beginning with the ones column and then going through to the tens, number by number, and then carry whatever, then create a new array with the current columns number, and then carry the rest of the higher order digits over. And so I think in order to do that, I'm going to have to create a nested for loop. And I'm going to have to pass this array in, but I don't think I want to index this array, which is something that we haven't done before. I want to disable indexing because I want to be in control of how I index this, because if I just let it index, it's going to start in the 00 0, 1, 0, 2, and I actually want to start on this side. I need to add all of these numbers up first because this is the ones column. In order to do the carries correctly, I need to start with the ones, go tens, hundreds. I can't start on this side because then I'm not going to know how many, like what digits to carry over. So I think I need to use the index array function here. And let's see, I think I need, let's see, if I index this 50 times, this will go through each digit. And so I need to start at the end though, however. Let's see here. Okay, so hold on. I know I need to do this one 100 times. This will cycle through each of the digits. This will cycle through each of the numbers, the rows, and this will cycle through each of the digits, columns. And I think I need to pull off this row, but then I want to start at the far right side, so I need to subtract, let's see. I believe it's this, create constant 49. I think this is right. Let's see here. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the first row and the very last digit. And I know I'm doing that because I'm taking 49 minus 0. So I'm taking on the first iteration of this and the 50th, or the first of these 50 loops, I'm taking the 49th element, which is the 50th, because LabVIEW is 0 indexed. Then I'll take the 48th and the 47th and the 45th, and I'm going to index through each of these row by row. So the first array that I get out here should be, let's do this. Oops, we'll do this little experiment here. Create an, oops, that's not what I want to do. Don't save. I want to create an indicator. This should be, I'm going to create a breakpoint here. This should be all of this first column's numbers here. Let's see. Okay, so I stop. Okay, yeah. So 0, 8, 9, 0, 6, 7. Okay, and then if I run this another time, it should be the next column. 5, 3, 5, 2. Yep, okay. And then the next one. And 2, 5, 6. And we're going to go, assume that goes correctly on and on and on. So I'm going to rename this. Let's see. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to rename this column digits. I don't think I'm going to really need that control, but I'll just keep it there. Don't need this breakpoint anymore. And what I'm going to have to do, add array elements, is add all of these together. And what that should leave me with is the summation, whatever the total sum is of all of the columns, or of all the digits in the ones column. Now the problem is what I'm going to have is some leftover digits in each. So obviously they're going to roll over, and they could roll over 2 or 3 or more digits. And I need to keep cascading all of those carried digits over to the subsequent columns as I move left. So I think to do that, what I'm going to end up having to do is I need to convert this back to a string, because I can't think of a way. Let me think here. I can't think of a way that I'll be able to get that digit, at least easily, get the ones column off every time and then leave the rest of them. So I'm going to use, I think, again, this search and split function. I'm going to put it into, oh no, I need to convert this to a string first. So number to decimal string. And I'm going to take this number and then peel off the first number here. Let's see. This should give me the single column, sum digit. So this number, yeah, okay, yeah, because I'm pulling off the smallest. Oh no, I'm actually not. I need to reverse this string, because what this is going to give me is it's going to give me the largest, the most significant number actually. So I need to reverse this string so I get the smallest number, and this is going to be the number that I have actually in my current column. So if I've gone through this the first time, it's going to give me the ones column. Then the second time, it's going to give me the tens column. But then I need to get the rest of this number. Let's see. So I pull off the smallest digit. This is not right. I've got this in the wrong spot. It needs to happen here. There we go. Then I need to take this, reverse that string back, and then create a new number with it. Okay, yeah. And then what I need to do is take this number, Okay, yep, this is feeling right. Put it into a shift register, and then add it to the sum on the next iteration. Yep, here we go. In the next column. And then the first time I do this, I want this to be 0 because it's the ones column and there's nothing to carry. Okay, so let me check that I did this right. So what I'm having here is each column's digits. On the first iteration, it's going to add 0 because it's the ones column, so there's nothing. Going to take this number, convert it to a string, reverse that string, and pull off the least significant number. That number is going to go into my columns. Okay, so this is create an indicator. This is going to be summations per column. Let's call it that. Yep, okay, so these are all my individual columns, but then I'm going to have to take the rest of that string, reverse it back, turn it back into a number so I can add it the next iteration around. Okay, so let's run this real quick. Let me put a, okay, let's see. Let me put a, how do I check this? Let's see. I think, I don't know if there's a way to check this easily. So I'm struggling to know how to check this because I don't actually want to like add up all of these numbers manually because there's 100 of them and it's going to take a long time. So I think I'm just going to kind of finish this off and see what I get. So actually this should be the answer. Okay. Oh, actually, no, it's not quite the answer because I need to add. Okay, hold on. I need to add. Not concatenate strings. What is it? Array. I want build array. That's what it's called. I need to add this final number here to the final array, and then let's do this. Okay, yeah. All right. So, whoops. Okay, so this should be roughly 50 digits long. Okay, yeah, it's a little more than 50. Okay, yeah, this is feeling right because each of these should all have one column, one number in them because I only pulled off the lowest, column number. And then the last one, which makes sense, should have something more because it's all of the columns that have been added up, all of their carries that have gone over into the next column. And so it could be 1, but I would expect it to be more. So it looks like the last thing that we carried over was a 55. So then, but this is backward actually. Okay, that makes sense. So I need to reverse. Oops. I need to reverse this array because I actually want. I've got it backward right now the way that I have this. So let's go back here. 0. This should be the number in order 553737. And then so I'm going to clean this up. To finish this off, I need to take all of these numbers, need to go through all these numbers, string, and then convert them from numbers into strings, and then take them all, and I'm not going to do the indexing, I'm going to do the concatenating so that what I get out is summation. Oops. Summation. So that what I get out is the final sum in string form of all the answers, because remember that number's way too big to hold in a single number. So just for interest, I'm going to it's the first one here, string length. I'm going to see how many digits this number ends up being. Create an indicator. This digit is 52 digits long. Okay, I would have thought maybe it's more. It does, based on this, makes sense. I guess I just would have thought if you add up these numbers, it was higher. But let's see. So if I go to my random solution here, okay, yeah, I think this is actually right. Pull this up. So what's the number? It is the first 10 digits. Oh, come on. Here we go. The first 10 digits are. Let's minimize this. There we go. 5537376230. Okay, so now the last thing I'm going to do to get the actual answer out, I'm going to go string additional search and split string. I'm going to take this string, get the first 10 elements, and then just for fun, I'm going to turn this back into a number before match and get the number out. And let's run this, make sure I did the adding up all right. Oh, it's still too big. So I need to make this representation, because I have 10 digits. I use 64, representation, use 64, and the number is 553776230. Make sure that's right. 553776230. Okay, so this is the first 10 digits. Now, just to clean this up real quick, I'm going to delete this. Don't need that. I don't need this. I'm going to keep that. I don't really need this. Well, actually, it is kind of nice to have in there just for checking. But I don't think I need this because that's just extra information. Okay, so then if I run this again, I should get the answer to my problem, which is correct. Okay, that is problem number 13. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.